Tua Tagovailoa, St. Louis, Hawaii, quarterback.
Welcome to another exciting episode of Skill. I'm your host, King Coopa J, and today we're going to be talking about who is Alabama's quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa. Now, if you're new to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button right here and subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell because you do not want to miss a video. All my college football fans, let's turn up right now. All my old subscribers, what up? I'm about to drop that 1K special on you guys' head. Now, who is Alabama's quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa? He was born in Hawaii, March 2nd of 1998. Now, in his early years, starting in the first grade, he's naturally right-handed. Does everything with his right hand. But he could not throw the football. So, what happened? His father actually changed his throwing hand from his right to his left. And ever since the first grade, Tua has been throwing left-handed. And he does everything else with his right. That's crazy. But if it works, hey, what can I say?
Who taught you how to throw?
Well, okay, so I was a righty at first.
You were right-handed?
Yeah, I was right-handed. And
Until
then my
when?
dad switched me to become a left-handed.
When did
So I
that
was
happen?
throwing with my left hand. I think I was in first grade, second grade.
Really?
And so
Now, early on in Pop Warner, they said that Tua could throw for 30 yards when the average kid was only throwing 10 yards at his age. So they knew he knew he was going to be a quarterback. He used to sleep with the ball under his pillow. When he was coming up, his mother used to say, yo, he used to sleep with a football. So they already knew this is what he wanted to do. Plus, it ran in his blood because his father used to play junior college. But he had to go back to Hawaii because he had to support the family. You know how it is. It's not green on the other side for everybody, but, family first. So he had to get back to Hawaii and support his family. Now, through all of this, Tua was still playing football, right? And his grandfather used to tell him, hey, Tua, if you want to take this seriously, you need to come report to me after every single football game. So what Tua used to do, he used to go out, perform, and then it don't matter what time of day. He either had to call his grandfather or he had to go over there and actually tell him, yo, I did this and this and that. He kept him on his toes. So this was very, very big on Tua, and it helped him and it motivated him to want to play football even more, knowing that he had his grandfather in his corner, because for the majority of the time his father used to work and support the family. So in the summer of 2014, his grandfather did pass away, and this was big on Tua's heart in his football career, and there was points in his career when he was just like, man, he was about to give up. After his grandfather died, he was about to give up, because that was everything. That was the guy who used to be like, yo, Pop, come after a game, I threw 100 yards, I threw 200 yards, now I'm throwing this, I'm throwing touchdowns, and then he's gone. So that weighed on him for a minute, and he actually considered quitting football. Yeah, but he had sat down, he had a conversation with his father, so his father motivated him to come back, right? So he was like, look, you're going to keep playing football, you're good at it, and we're going to honor your grandfather by continuing to play high school football. So Tua was with it, he kept doing it, and as he was growing up, he found another mentor in Marcus Mariota. Yes, Marcus Mariota, Tennessee Titans quarterback. Marcus Mariota is also from Hawaii and played out there. Not at necessarily the same school, but he also played out there in Hawaii. So throughout his high school career at St. Louis School, he actually broke the passing record for quarterbacks. He threw over 8,000 yards, and he had 84 passing touchdowns to go along with 1,027 rushing yards and 24 rushing TDs. He was rated the number one quarterback in the class. So he had a ton of offers, right? One being his dream school, USC. He wanted to go to USC his whole life. I don't know what it is. I was searching the internet for it. I'm trying to figure out, why did he want to go to USC so much? He just loved that school. He loved everything about it. But Until one man hit him up. Alabama. Now, when Alabama called him, his family went out there to visit, right? His mother said, look, you're not going all the way out to Alabama to play for them that far away from home. So they had to take a trip. And it was worth it because when Tua got out there, as you can see from these images right here, he got out there. He just loved it. He had rings on. He balling out with Kiffman and Saban and all of them. They showing him around, telling him, basically putting him on the culture and trying to recruit him. So he just fell in love with Alabama. So his mother loved it. They liked it. And Kiffman was also a big part of Tua coming out there. I don't know what it was about the guy, but his mother actually liked Kiffman and was like, she felt comfortable leaving her son. So if it wasn't from Mom Duke being out there, Alabama wouldn't be seeing Tua Tagovailoa if it wasn't from Mom Duke. I'm going to be honest with you. Mom said it was cool. It's cool. So Tua is big on family. Let's just get that straight. He goes back. He gives back. He goes back to Hawaii. He plays with the kids. In this video right here, you can actually see him turning up with some kids. So he's big. I mean, he's a Christian. He's down to earth. He's a smooth guy. I watched a couple of videos on him, man. And he's just like very humble. So those are good qualities. And he's determined. He wants to win. And all right, so boom, he gets recruited by Alabama. So he turns down the USC. So USC, you can blame this on Alabama because he was headed to your school. So he turns that down, heads out to Alabama, and in his first game against Fresno State, which was his college debut, he threw a touchdown and he had 64 yards. So he really didn't get in the games unless there were blowouts. He didn't get in unless there were blowouts. They wasn't putting him in. So, but the games he did get in, he lit them up. 100 yards, 200 yards, 2 touchdowns. 3 touchdowns. He was balling. And we're talking about he was backing up Jalen Hurts, right? So that led up to him actually becoming who he was. He ended up getting a start in the state championship game, the NCAA. Jalen Hurts wasn't performing well in the first half, and then Tua Tagovailoa gets in. He gets in the second half. Everybody was like, oh, what is going on? Because I know I was at home like, what? Who was this dude? But I was like kind of slick happy because I'm a Georgia fan and I was rooting for them. But the dude ended up throwing for 166 yards and 3 touchdowns. He only had 1 INT, and the crucial touchdown came in OT, which was the game winner. Sealed the deal. First Samoan quarterback to win a national championship. First Samoan player recruited by the Crimson Tide. First. The man is trending right now. And let me tell you an interesting fact before I let this go. Let me tell you something. This guy has a little brother. And I believe his name is Tua Tagovailoa. Now, he plays in Alabama. Oh, and his family did relocate to Alabama, too. So they brung it down south. But they're about, hour out from him. But his little brother is actually ranked 8th in the class right now. He's a quarterback, and he's dual threat, just like Tua Tagovailoa. So, with that being said, when this guy comes out, and he was already recruited by the University of Alabama. So, by Tua being a freshman and his brother becoming a junior, just imagine in 2 years from now, it'd be 2 Tagovailoas there if he decides to not go to the NFL, which I think he plays more like Russell Wilson in my eyes. He's 6'1", 219 pounds, dual threat, got a cannon for an arm. So, now if he gets there and Tua Tagovailoa is a senior, what's going to happen if his brother comes in and he's a freshman, sophomore, and he's just crushing? Tua, you might have to go to the NFL, bro. They say little brother coming up. If you're new to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you do not miss a video. 1K special coming up tomorrow. I'm going to drop that guy tomorrow. Peace!
Sweetly stars in the sky remind me of your pretty eyes. And when sun sets in my night, I dream of you by to me. Honey, honey, me in your arms, like a baby with your charms. Honey, honey, me all night long. For you, I sing this song.
Okay, King Coopa higher, running with this fire. Show these other rappers I run the game entire. Retire my empire, sitting on the throne, just call me sire. Prior to the game, I was into other things though. Really dope, getting dope, flipping dope, spinning dope, fucking.